this introduction to bring you a breaking news story direct from Klaus Kellerman's basement.
Hey guys, if you haven't heard already, it's true. There is a conspiracy, a wargaming. They're plotting against me, and they've come out with this idea. They're trying to put my channel out of business, and I think they've realized how successful the Biggest Asshole series has been. And look at this. Disabling friendly fire. Obviously a direct attack on my livelihood. And for those of you who don't understand, that was sarcastic. I was being sarcastic there. Gotcha, didn't I? But I like to think that in the tiniest little way that maybe we Klausians in our world here have helped to bring shed light on the problem with the 50 episodes of The Biggest Assholes that have been published so far on this channel. But look at this, disabling friendly fire. I thought I'd make a special video to update you guys on what's happening here. They have a video where they explain it. We're going to watch it together. Disabling friendly fire. Unbelievable. But as is always the case when there's a new release here, it's done. See, like, you can't even, it's done in Russian. And this video was made, and it's in Russian, and everyone who plays on the RU server, all those Russian speakers, they understand perfectly, and then they do their best to translate, and they have subtitles, and sometimes there's a little lost in the translation. They don't have the best translators working over there, but I happen to be fluent and can help you through the video, understanding everything. The same, when they're doing the missions, sometimes they translate the missions and you read them and they don't quite make sense. So let's watch the video together, and I will use my translating skills to help you understand what's going on, and we'll try and figure it out. And you guys can let me know whether you think this is a good idea. Okay, ready? Here we go. We're gonna roll it here, and we're gonna see what's happening.
Friendly fire is a very old mechanic that doesn't make any sense anymore, and its only purpose is to express negative emotions in the game.
Its only purpose is to enable those assholes in the game, is what they meant, and it has been in the game since inception, so that is good.
In fact, team killing doesn't solve any practical issues. Generally, it's just a means of toxicity.
It's just that needs no translation. It's just a means of toxicity. It doesn't solve
Scarier, it's not just about expressing negative emotions once, it's a thing that could potentially cause a domino effect. Say a player expresses their negativity by shooting at an ally.
Let's say a player is an asshole and shoots an ally,
which in turn provokes negativity in the ally that they shot.
Which in turn provokes the guy who's been shot by the asshole to retaliate against the asshole.
After that, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. The assholes could become a complete clusterfuck, is what she's trying to say.
According to the game rules, such actions are forbidden. They're punishable by corresponding sanctions, including account bans.
What he's trying to say is that you encounter an asshole who team kills you and goes blue, but he does not get banned by the automated system, you can send in a ticket and complain, and then you'll get a response that says, we take your ticket very seriously, but unfortunately, due to privacy issues, we will never let you know ever what has become of your ticket. I think some things, they don't translate properly. Let's keep watching here.
Similar situation leads to the weakening of the allied team, so it's a pretty serious issue in any case.
Yeah, because a lot of times your team descends into complete disarray when you have 2, 3, 4, or a platoon of assholes on your team.
We've observed the situation for quite a long time.
Since the game started.
And now, we're finally ready to deal with this feature, so to say.
So I think what she's trying to say is that they've been dealing and observing it for a long time, but now that Klaus has made 50 episodes of The Biggest Assholes, we've decided to try and put him out of business.
We decided to rework the damage system, removing the friendly damage by shooting or ramming.
This is the Russian number generator. You can see it. This is the little program they use when a KV-2 shoots its gun. It just goes through this thing and zoom, it goes right bullseye. But let's keep going here.
Picture this. You're aiming at the enemy at mid-range, and just as you fire a shot, an ally drives into your reticle.
Of course.
What he's trying to say here is you're aiming directly at the enemy, but you have a mental lapse where you become an asshole and you say, it would be much more fun to shoot my enemy there in the SPG. I think is what he's trying to say.
Ally has no idea what just happened. They got shot in the rear and lost 1,000 hit points. You're also shocked because you just dealt 1,000 damage to an ally. You're both...
They're trying to say that the guy that you shot up the ass for 1,000 damage is raging in chat at you, calling you all sorts of names, and you're going, screw you, I can do whatever I want. The automated system isn't going to do anything.
very frustrated at the situation, especially the ally that got hit.
After we release
When you get hit in the ass, that's usually the guy that's the most frustrated.
this feature, there'll be no damage if an ally drives into your reticle at the moment of firing.
He means there'll be no damage when you try and inflict, when you want to be a TKing asshole, you won't be able to do it.
Non-penetration decal will be drawn on the ally's hull,
There
or
you go.
a ricochet decal if there was a ricochet. There will
I suggested that when you try and shoot someone for team damage, that a little decal that says, this asshole tried to shoot me with the in-game name would be better, but I guess they didn't use that idea.
be no damage. The ally will hear an alternative hit sound and see a flash that's different from the one we're used to.
Ah, that's very
In
interesting.
such situations, when a vehicle is trying to change sides and the player isn't looking where the vehicle is moving, but backwards,
Like, they're looking at the enemies to see if they receive damage from allied fire. Things
Like they're driving around like Muppets not knowing where they're going.
like that. Of course, they aren't looking forwards and could easily hit another allied vehicle.
Because they have no idea what they're doing. They're driving around like idiots, and they don't know that they have to use the W key, the A key, the D key, and move the mouse, and they smash into you.
from now on, allied vehicles won't receive damage upon collision.
We have decided to buff the wheeled vehicles because they take too much damage when they hit someone. You see, that's much better now. This is good.
Some players used an ancient mechanic. Basically, they abused the tank's gun being solid for shells. There was a popular hobby among those players.
There was a popular hobby amongst those players. There was a group of unrelenting assholes that did this.
Drive up to an allied SPG when it doesn't see them, place their gun into the SPG's gun, and wait until it shoots. The shell could explode on the tank's gun and deal huge high explosive damage to the SPG itself.
And this would only work for SPGs because if you were driving the Type 5 or an E100 and you shoot HE onto a Russian SPG or Russian tank of any kind and it hit the gun, then that huge HE explosion would just be absorbed and you would just hear critical hit. But if you were an asshole and put your gun in front of an SPG gun like this and he shot, it would hit your gun. You would just hear critical hit, but he would explode. It was a game design that I think they're rethinking now.
From now on, if an HE shell crosses an allied gun, it will just fly right through.
The guns are going to be basically like one-way, like invisibles. Well, this is good.
Because we're disabling friendly fire, an arty can't deal damage, but we decided to allow them to
What?
stun
I can't deal damage in my artillery to my own teammates anymore?
allies like before. Imagine a situation when a player on a one-shottable vehicle clinches an enemy to avoid damage, survives, and potentially avoids being shot by an enemy artillery. Without any effect on the allies, an arty would be able to just
I would just let the shell fly anyway. If I mark the ground and he's face-hugging the guy and he doesn't move back, shoom, the shell is on the way. That was close, he would hear.
send a shell into a group of allied and enemy vehicles and be unpunished, which would affect the battle dramatically. So, just as before, they'll have to think about who to target in order to avoid stunning allied vehicles.
I never think about who to target before stunning allied vehicles if I'm driving the SPG. I tell you, this is one thing. If I'm driving an SPG and there's a target there and there's an allied vehicle there, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're getting stunned.
And receiving the corresponding penalty.
He got him!
Even with the new system, you can get a team killer status.
A player with this status
Even with the new system, you can still be an asshole.
will receive damage from shooting and ramming as the new mechanic stops working on them. Any player who plays actively sometimes hits allies because human reactions aren't always fast enough
That's
to react
true.
the moment someone rolls into your sights.
That's true.
And well,
That requires no translation.
we're all people. We all have feelings. Sometimes you shoot at someone just because you're angry.
Sometimes you shoot at someone just because you're an asshole.
The most important thing we intend to do is prevent the above-mentioned domino effect. When
The above-mentioned domino effect. Oh, They're trying to get rid of the assholes from their game. This is good. This
Even
is
a
good.
random accident that causes damage to an ally may lead to a catastrophic situation for the team when teammates start fighting against each other and lose the battle.
What they're trying to do, if I may summarize, is they're trying to stop any given game that is infected by a few assholes to degenerate into one big, huge waste of time clusterfuck. Which is good.
The common test where you can try this mechanic in random battles will start very soon.
I don't need the common test.
We're looking forward to your
Roll it in.
Enjoy the game.
All right. They're looking forward to our feedback. Enjoy the game. You know what I got to say? Whoever these two were, thank you very much. And where is he? Thank you very much. This was a great video. Let's a standing ovation. Huh? As Klausians, I feel proud that in whatever small, minute way we have helped this come to fruition, even if it had nothing to. Maybe it just took them 4 or 5 years to. They knew about this problem. Shout out to both of you two. Great video. What am I trying to say? This is great. Isn't this great freaking news? Huh? The removing team damage. And I hope what you got from that was. Or I hope this is what it means, is that if you do shoot someone over and over again, you can still turn blue and be banned? Is that what they were? You can still get TK, team killer status, even though you're not inflicting the damage? And if you're in artillery, you still have to be careful. If you stun your teammates too much, you still might get... I'm not sure about that, but forget about the test server. Just roll it out. If this is what comes out in the patch, like I said, do something that everyone agrees with, that everyone's happy with, and you will have a happy population of players. This is great news. I'm going to take a hit. Biggest assholes. What's going to happen to my series? It's a conspiracy, I tell you. So there you go. What's my no bullshit opinion? A big, huge thumbs up. I've been asking for this for so long. 50 episodes of The Biggest Asshole, and now this. And I just want to say, I really like this hoodie. Like, can you guys send me one? I want a World of Tanks hoodie like that. Like, look at this. This is like Russian design and seams. Look at the tassels, and it looks fantastic. I want one. Anyone at Wargaming that watches this video, you get the big thumbs up from Klaus Kellerman and all us Klausians, and I want one of those hoodies. If you can contact me, I will secretly give you my post office box, because I'm not telling you where I live. And you can send me one of those hoodies. That would be great. And I think this is fantastic news for the game. And maybe it's going to make it more fun. Do you think it could possibly make it more fun and less toxic? Because what's wrong with it being more fun? It is a game, and we're all supposed to be having fun. It's not always no fun for you. Unless you're trying to kill me as the sheriff, and I get you first, and then no fun for you. That's So there you go, guys. That's your video for today. I had to do it. I had to be one of the first guys that goes out there and shares this, because an issue that has been near and dear to my heart for so long. Thanks, you guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow.